Hi, everyone. I just wanted to come in midweek and give you a little bit of an encouragement, a reminder of what we talked about on Sunday. We looked at Matthew chapter 5, and it's Jesus teaching on the Sermon on the Mount. And he's talking about how normally we think about, loving your neighbor, but then enemies were like, it's fine to hate them, or maybe in more modern terms, it's like fine to dislike them or not associate with them. But then he says, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven. And then he talks about if you're only greeting your own people, then what are you doing more than others? How is this setting you apart as a Christian? And I loved that part because we know that Jesus, through his ministry and his life, he was really good at noticing people who would normally fly under the radar or weren't necessarily deemed as very important. Like if you think about the woman at the well, or the woman with the issue of blood, or maybe the paralytic, that he stops. And usually it's Jesus stopping the disciples to say hey, notice this person. And then he ministers to them, which I think is really beautiful. And so that's just a reminder this week to take a moment to stop and look around your environment, maybe your workplace or your school, and try to notice the people that don't normally get noticed, who fly under the radar, and see how can I love them? How can I be Jesus to them? What value do they have? Because we all have value as children of God. So take an extra moment and notice somebody. And then I encourage you, come to church this Sunday because we're going to hear a really good word about the story of Jesus flipping the tables in the temple and how it's not only a financial corruption thing, but it was actually about the Gentiles and making sure everybody had a space to come and worship. So really hope that you'll come out this Sunday, and I will see you there.